Hey there, YouTube fans, AC Productions here, and today I'm going to be showing you on how to install an amplifier for your Cardo Edge. Now, this amplifier would actually work with any comm system. Guys, I'm telling you, you guys definitely need to get this amp. So this helmet is made by HJC, and it is the Rafa 11 Pro. This helmet only weighs 3 pounds. Alright, so like I was saying, this helmet's great, lightweight and everything. It's just that too much wind noise comes inside. So therefore, when I'm listening to my Cardo, no matter how high I put the volume, it's just not loud enough. And especially when you get on the highway, on the streets, it's fine. Once I get on the highway and get up to speed limit on highway, I could put this all the way up, and the louder it gets, the more distorted the music sounds. It doesn't sound good. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because it is a brand new comm unit from Cardo, the Edge, so maybe they're still working out the bugs on that. But I don't got time for them to create a new update. I want to be able to listen to my music now. I want to be able to enjoy it now. I don't want to have to wait however long it's going to take, a month, 2 months, 3 months, heck, maybe a whole year. That's where we're coming on with that. All right, so let me show you the amplifier. I decided to go with this one. Now, this is an amplifier I've been wanting to get for such a long time, but I just didn't go get it because it's a little bit underpriced. I'm not gonna lie. This particular amplifier was only, I believe, $30 for this little guy. This one, on the other hand, is $100. But let me tell you guys, this one is definitely worth it. So let me show you how it looks like inside. I know you guys hate unboxing videos, but I just needed to show you this one. This one's really cool. Check it out, guys. Super small. Now let me show you. Let me just flip this guy over, and you could see already the differences on how tiny this guy is. It's like right up to the rubber band. That's how small this one is. So, and this one is actually going to be mounted on the helmet. So therefore, you don't have to really fiddle around with, grabbing your amplifier or whatever and then sticking it in your pocket and all the cable, because I have all this cable out, from my jacket to the helmet. Everything's going to be on the helmet. So you don't have to worry about any cables whatsoever. All right, so let me get it out of this package. So here it is in all its glory. Super tiny. I can't believe it how tiny this guy is. I'm sorry, guys, that I keep on showing you on how tiny this thing is. But super little. Here's a side profile. I guess let me just flip this guy over so you guys can see it. I would say probably about the same thickness between my amplifier here and this little guy. Here, again, how small it is. I don't know what other dimensions to show you. Let me just put that off to the side. Let me show you more details about this guy. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna, hold this steady so you guys could read it. And it's pretty much just telling you to use this at your own risk, because this thing does get insanely loud. And yeah, so I'm guessing, I haven't tested on how long that this little amplifier is going to last, as I'm guessing that the battery pack is in this area over here. But to turn it on, you're going to hear a click. So once you get that first click, you can keep turning this until it stops about there. And it has no numbers like my other one, and it doesn't let you know, where the volume is at. But you're gonna notice it right away in your helmet. I may just make a little indentation mark on this, and probably make an indentation on the plastic. That way I know exactly where, the level is or something. Or maybe I'll just make a sticker with little lines on it so I could see, which number. Or, something. I'll try to be creative, and if I do something like that, I'll show you guys on what I did. So that's pretty much it about that. I think only the other disappointment about this is that there is no indicator light to let you know when the system is on. So if you turn it on and then you take off your helmet, you could totally forget that you have this thing on, and it could just drain the battery on its own. And then the next time you go for a ride, you're not going to have any music, and you would have to plug in your old system back. But it does have an indicator when you're charging it. So this little circle right here, when you plug this in to charge, it's going to turn red. So that lets you at least know that the system is charging. And once it's fully charged, the light will turn off. It won't be red anymore. It'll be just off. So therefore, you'll know how then you'll know that it's fully charged. So that's the only gripe I have about this, that it just doesn't have a turn on light, to let you know that the system's on. So, and then to turn it off, you just left, and there you go. It's turned off. Other than that, you have your microphone setting down here. The left is off and the right is on. So I always have it on the left position, as I don't have a microphone right now connected to my comm system. Nor do I even have a helmet camera on my helmet yet. And then this is the clip on when you install it onto the helmet. All right, so let's go ahead and get started and installing this onto the helmet. So that's pretty much how it looks like. It's very light. It doesn't really weigh much at all. Alright guys, so let's hurry up. Let's go ahead and get to the helmet, and let me show you what else is in the kit. for this little system, and let's get it installed. Alright guys, so this is what comes in the package. You got your charging cable, which I've never seen a charging cable this way. Normally it's a USB-C. So to charge the system, you know, once you get it off your helmet, or you can leave it on your helmet, unplug this part, you plug it to this part, just like this, and then you put this to your USB charger port. Either it could be a power bank, or you know, if you have a USB charger in your house or whatnot, or a plug, you could go ahead and charge it that way, or your computer, however you find to charge it. So that's how you charge the system. And when you do charge it, like I said, there's going to be a little red indicator light right over here in to show you that it's charging. All right, so that's that. Next, you do have some optional cables here. Let me zoom out a bit. So you got a short cable and you got a long cable with an angled one right here. So it's up to you what you want to use when installing it to your helmet. I'm going to probably go with maybe the longer one. I'll just have to see when we get to the helmet. And last but not least, we have our little adapter plate. You know, it has a circle sticky piece that goes behind here. Then you peel this and you put it onto the helmet. And let me just take this off real quick. So to install it is pretty super simple. The clip, obviously, the clip right there. Clip right there goes to this clear slot right here. So let me just go ahead and I probably can show you from behind so it's still clear. It just slides in place. So just put it in, slide it through. Once you slide it in all the way. And there's the click. Once you have that clicked in, it's locked in there. It's not going anywhere. Until you remove it yourself, of course. I mean, while you're riding it, the wind is not going to push this thing loose. You know, bumping it may not. It may, depending on how hard you bump something. Not, you know, like if you have another rider behind you and they hit the side of this. If they hit it hard enough, they could probably get it off. But it's going to take a little force. So to remove it out of the helmet, just this little bar right here, just push it up and then slide it off from the helmet. So up, and then it's just going to slide off. And then you just take it off from the helmet. So that's pretty much on how you install it on the helmet. So let's go ahead and get this installed on the helmet and go from there. So for this, you're going to need a few items to get this installed. The first item is going to be some isopropyl alcohol, which is this guy right over here. A clean paper towel. It could be blue, white, whatever, as long as it's clean. And then after that, you're going to need your 3M adhesive promoter pad. For you guys, you're going to have a little spongy applicator. For me, it's going to be a more, I guess, industrial style. It's still the same thing, 3M adhesive promoter. It's just like I have a bottle, and I'll be using a little cotton ball to apply it. For you guys, you're just going to have a small little square applicator, and it's going to have the promoter on it. All right, so let's get to it. Let's clean the area. We're going to install it on the helmet. All right, so first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to apply the, we're going to clean the area for the double-sided sticky tape. So get your bracket here and make sure that you clean the side that's nice and smooth. There we go. So this part that's nice and smooth, because if you flip it over, you could feel the hump. So that's not the part you want to clean. You want a part that's all smooth. And here is my clean paper with the alcohol. Just going to go ahead and wipe it. Make sure that's all nice and clean. Get rid of all that oil and debris off of that. As you can see, it was pretty clean. There's nothing on the paper. Next, you're going to clean is going to be the area of where you're going to be installing your little mini amplifier. So here is the mini amplifier, and for me, I'm going to install it behind the comm unit, preferably kind of in the low department here. Say probably as close as I could get it here, around there, I would say. For myself, when I control it with the glove, up is going to be the volume up, and then volume down. So when I scroll down, it's going to be lower the volume. And not only will you have this volume, you're still going to be able to use your stock volume wheel on your Cardo Edge. So you got two sets of volume. Once you install this, you're going to definitely hear the more clarity. The music, the volume is going to be a lot louder and not distorted. That's the biggest thing with this. It actually makes the music crisp, no distortion whatsoever, compared to just having only this without this. So without this, when you make this thing high, the volume gets loud, but it gets distorted, crunchy. It doesn't sound clear. But with this guy, that's all in the past. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply it there. So what we're gonna do is this is where I'm gonna apply it on on my helmet, I'm gonna go ahead and clean that area with the alcohol. I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe it. Again, maybe just a little bit of dirt. I did go riding not that long ago, so it could have been just a little bit of dirt from there. All right, so now that that part's clean, now we're gonna get our 3M adhesive promoter, and let me get mine set up, and you guys take out the little spongy thing from the packet. Okay, I already got my little sponge applicator, and I already got the 3M promoter on there. So I'm gonna grab my bracket right here, and I'm just gonna apply the promoter on the inside. It doesn't need that much, but there we go. Now it's on there. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the promoter on here. Okay, so now that we removed the backing of 3M tape, I'm still gonna keep it on the bracket with everything still on it, because I really want to make sure that I get it right. All right, now that I got it stuck on there, next what you're gonna do, once you get it initially stuck there, just go ahead and press the little bracket, press it down and release it from here. And then now that we have that part only, now you can just go ahead and really press it to make sure it's really stuck in there. All right, so I think it's already really securely on there. All right, so now that that's already securely on there, go ahead and grab your mini amplifier and slide it through until you hear the click. It's on there, not going anywhere. All right, so after this, now we're gonna go ahead and install the amplifier to your original speakers. So for me, I'm gonna actually be installing different speakers, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. The stock Cardo Edge speakers, which are the 4mm JBL speakers, and give it a test. So for me, I have my cables towards the back here, so I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that. Alrighty guys, so this is the setup I came up with for now. And as you can see, I already have this on there good, and I just kind of routed the wires, and I actually didn't even need to use the extended cables that I came with. So this is just my temporary setup right now until I figure out a different way to actually route the cables. If your helmet, if you have a little bit more space in between the padding and the helmet shell, you could run this cable through here and then through the inside. For this helmet being so new for me, I don't have that space. I may have to remove the padding and maybe get that space, but that'll be for when I do the speaker upgrade, which I am planning to do for this helmet, just because, like I said, the 45mm speakers I think is a better dynamic range of sound. Like my Shoei here, I do have that 45mm speakers, and like I said, the video is over there for you guys to check. So I'll be doing that upgrade just because, like I said, it sounds good. If you guys wanted to see that real quick of the speakers, I can show you right here, because I do have the speakers over here. So just to give you an idea, here are the speakers that I'll be installing on this new helmet system. These are the IASUS X Sound 3 speakers, 45mm. And here they are. Just take it out real quick for you guys to show you. So again, these speakers are very good quality, and suggest for anybody doing a speaker upgrade that's, you know, to do with this brand. All right guys, so that pretty much concludes the video on how to install this little mini amplifier helmet. I would call it a mini helmet amplifier actually. So like I said, for me, this is just temporary, just to kind of play around with it. And oh yeah, before I forget, once you have this already set up on your helmet, make sure that you turn it on before you turn on your comm system, because now that everything's connected, if you don't turn on your amplifier, you're not going to get any sound. And then when you try to turn on your comm, when you put your helmet on and you turn on your comm, you're not going to hear anything. I just finished charging my comm unit. Why isn't it working? It's because you don't have the amplifier on. So go ahead, turn it on. So just put it to that first click. Even though it's really low on the volume, you're going to hear it. But so turn it on the first click right there. Once you get it to that first click, now turn on your comm system, and then you'll hear the internal speakers turn on and everything like that. And then from there, just go slowly on the volume. So put this like, somewhere where you could hear it, and then just slowly turn it here. I wouldn't say go too high or go too crazy, because for me, honestly, once I had tested out the unit, I didn't really have to go that high. So I just turned it up just a little bit, probably about there, just very small turn, and then I just messed around with the main volume, and I got this thing to be pretty high, and it was really clear. So I haven't yet tested it out on the road yet, as we're just still doing this video, but once I get it out there, I'll have a really good review on I already kind of gave you the review of this one, what I thought about it, but I'll give you a review of both of these together. My experience is out on the road with the stock speakers of this. All right guys, so that pretty much concludes this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. Also, I have a little icon down at the below this video. So down below on this video, there is a new icon. It's a heart with a $sign inside of it. And if you guys click on it, You guys could help support my channel, which would be amazing. Also, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you know anyone else that would actually is having trouble hearing their Bluetooth unit as far as music or even talking to someone, share my video. They may not know about this because actually when I tried looking up videos, there was not many videos at all showing more details and actually how to connect this mini amplifier for the helmets. So please share my videos. You know, the more you share, the better, because let's get the word out about this really cool little guy. Also, I wasn't sponsored by this guy. I just happened to always want this little amplifier and I finally got it. I paid for it out of my own pocket for this little guy. If you guys disliked the video, please smash the dislike button. Let me know in the comments below of what you disliked about the video, so that way it could help me improve for future videos. And that's pretty much it, guys. So let me just give you another little like look down on how it looks like on the helmet, maybe from a more distance, and then from the top view of the helmet. It doesn't really stick out that much more further than the Cardo Edge. It actually is a little bit smaller, more compact on the profile of the helmet. Figure I dim down the light or the brightness of the camera so you guys could see it a little bit better. So there you go, you can see on how low profile it is, and then from a side profile here, and then actually let's do like a view from up here so I could zoom out a little bit. Well, I guess that's as far as I could zoom out. Good. And then when you see it from this side, you can't even see that the thing's back there. And the reason I decided to put it towards the back is because this one's a little bit more aerodynamic compared to this block, so therefore the kind of the wind, as the wind goes, it'll kind of go out like that. And then also don't forget, once you are done with your riding for the day and you turn off your comm unit, don't forget to turn off your amplifier, because like I said, there's no light indicator to let you know that the amplifier is on. So it could be, you could easily forget that the thing is still on. So just always remember that once you're done, you know, just roll the dial down to turn it off until you hear the click. Okay, there's the click. Now it's off. All right, guys. Oh yeah, and sorry guys, but before I forget, you'll know that the amplifier is already the battery already died, because it'll pretty much just shut off on you. I don't think it'll even give you a warning that the battery is low. It'll just completely shut down. So if you're listening to music and all of a sudden you hear no music, it's because the amplifier already the battery needs to be recharged, and that's about it. So, and if you're still out there, you could either, you know, just disconnect everything and connect everything back to how it was stock, so you could continue listening to your radio until you get to a place where you could charge this. Or if you happen to already get to your location, you know, you could give it a quick charge. So then the only minus would be is to, you know, kind of, because it's such a weird, you know, a connector, you would have to actually carry this connector around with you in your pocket or something, so you know that you always have it so you could charge it. All right guys, that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep rambling so much. All right guys, so just please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next installation. Take care.